Schools were forced into new learning processes when COVID-19 hit in the spring. Two major problems they faced: getting all students equal access to internet and devices. In Texas, electric cooperatives are helping fill the learning gap where that technology is lacking. The group representing the co-op says they're serving 39 schools in 18 school districts across the state. Those include places like Shiner, southeast of San Antonio, rural areas where students' access is often the most limited. Tahira Rahman takes a closer look.
There would be cars spattered throughout the parking lot, and they're sitting there, parents sitting there with their kiddo, and they're working on schoolwork.
Parking lot Wi-Fi was a quick fix for Shiner Independent School District, where staff took a survey in the spring to find roughly 15% of their families lacked proper internet connectivity.
We tried to think, okay, what are ways that we can help them?
About 15 minutes away, Nadia Ibera faced the same problem as she entered her freshman year virtually.
I thought I couldn't do it because I wouldn't have Wi-Fi in my house, so my computer wouldn't work.
She goes to Moulton Independent School District, where about 20% of students also needed internet help.
I would try to do it, most of it on my phone, but some subjects I couldn't get to do them because it wouldn't work. It wouldn't let me. I had a lot of problems doing it on my phone.
Two rural school districts, Shiner with roughly 600 students, Moulton with about half that population.
What is it that the schools need, and what can we do to help them?
Enter the Guadalupe Valley Electric Cooperative. CEO Darren Shower says the utility company provided Moulton with 20 hotspots with unlimited data.
You just press the button one time so it can turn on.
The district only has to pay $40 per month per device. Normally, each one would cost about $200, plus another $100 a month for limited data.
Like, it was a really big relief.
It's certainly it's a challenge to build out these networks in rural areas where population is obviously less, the density is less. To be able to financially justify those types of investments is a challenge.
Shower says since co-ops are tax-paying, not-for-profit businesses, they're more poised to make those investments.
Certainly we have to make enough money to earn a return on the investment, but it's not our primary motivation.
GVC also hooked up Shiner's parking lot to become a hotspot, roughly a $200,000 move.
We are already providing broadband out in most of the rural areas in which we serve electrically. And so it's a matter of being able to meet the other needs in a faster manner because of the onset of the COVID-19.
But even GVEC's investment doesn't fill the entire gap long-term for school districts.
I still don't have Wi-Fi in my house.
According to state data published this year, more than 70% of students in middle and high school need internet multiple times a week for homework.
Some of our families out in the community being able to access information is still limited, and we definitely want to get to a point where that's not an issue.
Some co-ops and school districts like here in Shiner are participating in Operation Connectivity. The program started in Dallas to help students there connect with high-speed internet and devices at home, and it launched statewide in May. It has a task force that meets every month to help overcome roadblocks and review progress. In Shiner, I'm Tahira Rahman. Back to you.
Thanks to Hera, Shiner ISD says it's spent $20,000 to $30,000 on connectivity since March. The superintendent there says in case another emergency hits, he feels confident they'll be able to give each student a mobile hotspot and device. Online now, Pandemic Pass or Fail, Solutions for Education Equity, the Digital Investigative Project. Check out our latest work, interactive data features, and a behind-the-scenes video about why we're tackling this topic. Explore stories from our team of journalists across the nation by location or by topic, plus resources about the solutions we're discovering and ways you can join the conversation. It's all online now. Just search for Pandemic Pass or Fail on this station's website. The fight to make marijuana legal in Texas could get new support in the coming session. Why tough times could pump up proposals to legalize pot. The president-elect makes big promises on education, but the big decisions on schools fall on state lawmakers.
To protect the promise that we made to our students, to our teachers, and to our parents.
the promise of education reform, and the challenges in the way, next on State of Texas.